Welcome back to Gravity Check. I'm freezing, and we're gonna build an awesome new wood feature today. Alright, the first step to clearing a new trail is to cut out all of the encroaching vegetation. So I use a big pair of clippers that have a lot of leverage, and they just slice right through everything. The next thing I need to do is to start raking the leaves. That way you won't wash out or anything like that. And it gives you really good traction. The next thing that we need to do is dig a post hole so that we can set some 4x4s directly into the ground to hold our jump together. Alright, so here's what we're doing. We're cutting the transition out now, and basically here's how we're going to do it. We're going to use a bit more than a 9.5 foot radius. We're going to trace it on these boards, and we're going to cut it out with a jigsaw. So let's do that. Perfect transition. So we're going to cut this in here. There we go. Alright, so we just finished marking all the planks. Now we're gonna cut them. Alright, the transitions are cut. That was a lot of work, and it was just loud sawing. So now we're gonna go dig the other post hole, put the posts in, and then tomorrow we'll go in. We'll lag bolt these to the posts, and then we'll deck it and make a landing. So yeah, let's go. Right here we're digging the second post hole, and on this one at the end you'll see it looks like I only ended up cutting it about 8 inches deep, but in reality I did cut it 18 inches deep, but the camera couldn't see because it got dark, so we just had to skip filming that part. The reason it took us so long to dig this one was because there was a massive rock in the bottom of it, and it was just really hard to dig out. Alright, now we're decking the transition. So we decided to actually lag it in later because it was raining and 35 degrees out that day. So yeah, it was just too cold to be out there in the woods, and it was pretty tough. Your hands would freeze up and it'd be hard to get the lag bolts in. And as you can tell, we're using a 2x4 as our spacer in between the boards. We ended up only using 7 boards with the 2x4 spacing, which ended up working out really well. By the way, real quick, we actually don't have a name for our trail system yet, so if you guys have any ideas, leave them in the comments, and yeah. Alright, next I had to drill a pilot hole for the lag bolt and then drill it in. And the transition ended up being about 2.5 feet tall. So that worked out well. Now, as you can see, we're building up the landing. The main thing we used in this landing was we actually put a bunch of rocks and logs in the back to fill it up so we don't have to dig as much dirt. Because when you're the one slinging around all the dirt, you'll want as much filler as you can. It's really tough to get that dirt, especially here where I live because it's full of roots and everything. Now, as you can see, we're building a case plate so that if you end up hitting the back of the jump, end up casing it really hard, you won't hit the very back and stop short and get thrown over the bars. That was an important thing because this is my first wooden lipped gap jump, and I was really nervous. As a reminder, our transition is 4 feet long with a 9.5 foot radius. Here we start crafting the lip for the second gap jump that comes right after. Building the landing for the gap jump. This is about approximately 5 feet away and will give us enough time to slow down before we hit the berm, because where we're building the next berm in the next video is a little bit muddy, so we can't hit it at full speed, but it'll still help us carry a little bit of speed. Wake up and begin to thrashing. This passion is non-relaxing. Got questions, you better ask him. The rumors are everlasting. Take a breath and be active before you crashing. You're landing, and if you speak in my language, indeed understand it. See, we be the baddest, the beast. I'm a savage. I eat when I manage, succeed in the standards. I need it on average. My people, my status. To me, so it matters, and you can look at us. I shoot through the ladders. Every man for himself, like Brian Ortega coming back for the belt. Anticipated this moment, didn't do for myself. I'd be lying if I said I did with people that dealt. Pride is a word that my family stands by. Thereby, that said, I'm keeping my head high, but not big. Yo, dig, I'm feeling a bit live, letting the beat ride. Now that the landing's all packed down, we can give it a test. Whoa, hold on, let's slow that down. The rawness, spark this, get it started. Starving artists, all in till I'm thoughtless. Flow regardless. Whoa, I got completely bucked there. Alright, I think we need to make some revisions to the landing. Now that it's revised, you can absolutely torch this thing. Manifested into any form, been ready to get it on. Said it's wrong, don't belong, run it till I prove I'm wrong. Heard I was stop, drive, losing the game. For the pain, only gain strength, feeding the flames. Cause it's the LA kid, now living the grown life. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in to watch this. This was our first wooden feature here, and the first of many. So thank you guys for watching. Now you might want to stick around to the very end so you can see a funny video of me, well, just stick around. So yeah, can't wait for the next video. We're gonna be continuing down this trail and building another jump. Might or might not be a wooden lick, but it still should be fun. So I'll see you next time.